Hi, my name is Deanne Richardson Cotton, and I am an educator of close to 30 years. I started teaching in 1996. My first degree is speech pathology and audiology, so I am a speech therapist. I started teaching a special education class, 7th grade, mild moderate, at the Fantasy Williams Middle School while I was on a waiting list to get into LSU to get my master's in speech pathology and audiology. I fell in love with those students, and so I decided I was going to continue speech because the same children that I taught would be the same children that I worked with in speech. So I decided I'm going to go back and get my alternative certification in special education, mild moderate K through 12. I would love to join your team. One of the most honest reasons why I would love to join your team is because I have worked with that community of students for quite a few years, working in Jefferson Parish. I was their instructional facilitator of high school academics, and I moved on from being instructional facilitator of special education academics high school to being a principal, an assistant principal, Helen Cox High School on Lapalco, which is no longer there. The community of students that you have are jewel, and I enjoyed my years of working in that community. When I left Helen Cox, I went on to the New Orleans Lower Ninth Ward, which was an hour and a half drive from where I live. I made that drive every day, seldomly missing work, because I love being in the presence of students. Being a teacher and being an educator is all I've ever done. I don't have that testimony of, I once worked for Burger King, or I once worked at the mall. No. When I graduated high school and graduated 3 years early, I went straight into the military, served my country, came back, and I immediately went to college to be an educator and built my career around education all these years. My father says that he don't think there's a school that I've ever walked into that I didn't fall in love with. And I am grateful to say that I've also been my father's supervisor, and he's seen me in action as a principal. What makes me the best candidate for your job is I have extensive background knowledge in special education law, policies, and procedures. I have extensive experience in writing IEPs. I have extensive experience in being an advocate for people with disabilities. I always worked with people with disabilities. It started out for me as a young child when my neighbor did not want her son Mark, who was deaf, to be in a special school. She wanted him to attend Mildred S. Osborne Elementary School, and she was a strong advocate for her son because he was a great lip reader. My job in assisting Mark was I had to hold Mark's hand at the bus stop, crossing the streets, and we became great friends. My children's father does not have legs. He lost his legs August the 24th, 1982. And he is a very special man, one of the smartest men I've ever known. And I've had to be an advocate to my own husband with his disability. Joining your team would mean so much to me. Why is this my life's dream? Because it's been fulfilling to me. Working with people with disability, working in the schools, it has been a fulfilling career for me. And I want to continue the work because there is still work to do. Yes, the children today are much different than the children when I first began working. So I've kept myself educated. I've gotten my CEUs. I've gone through professional developments. I've done the program where I go and receive the information and come back and reteach the information to faculty and staff. I've been dedicated down through the years, and that's why this has been my life's dream. The cartoon character that I would like to be or consider myself to be would be Superwoman. Why? Because I've had to put on many hats and battle a lot. I am a mother, a wife, an administrator. My children have had to share me because many students took to me. I've had to coach. I've had to be a part of my children's team, my immediate children, and all while supporting my children. When the game is over, I've had to drop off the students of the school at home and bring my children home. So I have been a superwoman because I have worn many hats. Superwoman may not wear a hat, but she has superpowers. And I've had to use many superpowers down through the years. And I continue to use my superpowers. I hope that you choose me to be a part of your team where I can learn from you and I can bring the knowledge that I have as well. And we can join together and be one great team. Thank you for this opportunity. I look forward to hearing from you.